Well, how y'all doing tonight? Hope y'all having a blessed night. And I am on my last load of laundry. I am so missing my ringer washer uh, that I had when I was in West Virginia. Now, I usually soak my clothes in a vinegar rinse and on a regular basis. Then drain them, put some soap in there, and you know, mix them around. This is a paddle. Actually, this is the old-fashioned way of doing laundry. Okay, and when they did it on a business level, they had a huge paddle. So I wish I could have me a clothesline here. When I lived in West Virginia, I learned uh, the benefits of freeze drying. Really, I did because I had a ringer washer. I bought it used, and it was wonderful. I mean, it has a huge tub in it. You can wash your clothes as long as you want. Of course, you got to put them through the ringer, and then if you do your colored clothes first, you can add bleach to it and do your whites after. Then run through the ringer. And every once in a while, it would freeze up on me. And a whole 21, 22 years old, I had no clue. But I would reach up underneath there with a long wrench and just bang it, and it'd start again. And I'd hang my clothes out on the line in the winter, and they would freeze solid. I might have to leave them out there a couple of days. Would the sun come back out, they would thaw out and get all soft, and I'd go out there and pull them off, and they'd be dry. Uh, Today's clothes are not made for ringer washers, but I'd give anything to have one again. Uh, they're really ripping people off by not selling ringer washers. And I just love doing my clothes. I had it out on my back porch, and when I had to drain it, I just let the hose down and let it go out in the yard. And yeah, I miss my ringer washer for sure. So I I wring these out as best as I can by hand on my ringer washer. As I was saying, today's clothes, even then, back then, was not made for ringer washers. You had to fold the shirts a certain way, or buttons would be popping. I put a maroon shirt in there one time, and it came out gold on the other side. I kid you not. So today's clothes are not made for ringer washers, but I don't care. I'd love to have one. And, again, I can't really run a clothesline here. Um, I remember my grandmother when I'd visit her. I mean, in the summer they did the laundry outside, and they had a big galvanized tub that they'd put on a fire, and they'd do the laundry. And they had a line run, and when it get too heavy and it start to droop, they just prop it up with a stick. Okay. Uh, so I'm about to drain these, and I'm going to wring them out the best I can. And again, what I can't wring out that much, I will hang in the tub, like in my shower, over a chair until it wrings out, drips out a little bit more. But I do have a little bit of clothesline, a metal thing that a neighbor gave me when he moved out. He was a good neighbor. James was a good neighbor. He was a fine young man. He had problems, but his mother had died a couple years ago uh, when I knew him from cancer, and it had been hers, and he gave it to me. And he'd come visit me a lot. He'd help me with some things that I needed help with. He was a fine young man. I miss him dearly. So I'm going to drain these and wring them out and get them hung up. So this is a little doohickey that my friend James gave me. It is missing a wire down here, which props it up like that side. But I still use it. Um, Now we do have a laundromat here. It's about, I would say, a 2 block walk to the other end of the complex. And I got to go down 2 flights of stairs, which that is not easy for me. Walking with a cane, I do walk with a cane. and hauling laundry down there, as you can imagine. So, and it cost $6 total to wash and dry, and those washer and dryers I've been in there forever. So I'm better off doing it. Really, my clothes get cleaner doing it this way. It's a little bit more work, but I do it. That's my air mattress over there. I love my air mattress, but unfortunately, it has sprung a leak. Have no idea how that happened. Um, Now, it came with a patch, not to go down a rabbit hole, but in a long piece of paper about as long as my arm that had instructions in about 12 different languages. And I finally found the English part of it. And it said patches are included, but glue is not. Well, that's one thing. But they didn't say what kind of glue you needed to use. Now, I know rubber cement wouldn't hold. Uh, Super glue would just dry and crack. So I'm going to have to wait until I can get me some. I think I'm going to go with Gorilla Tape. Because, I mean, if what they're saying is true and it will seal up the bottom of a boat so it won't leak, I think I'm going to go with that. Uh, it's still holding out, but I know if I slept on it, I'd end up on the floor, which is not too much different from what I have right here. This is what I'm sleeping on now. A neighbor gave me this when she moved out about 3 years, about, yeah, about 3 years ago. And it had a plastic cover on it, and it was disintegrating. And when I took it off, it was a mess underneath. So I bought another cover because I thought, well, I should hang on to it just in case. You know, one of my sons ever come and visit me. I'd have something from sleeping or on, and so I'm glad I held on to that. Is what it is. So I'm going to be finishing up my laundry, but I'm grateful for my little indoor, outdoor, but I can't put it outside here. I can't. They won't allow me to do that. Makeshift clothesline. Now they do sell something reminiscent to this on Temu, in Temu. Uh, they're a little bit newer. They're not quite like this one, but I suggest that anybody should have one. I really do. Uh, you know, the ones with a bunch of cords and the clothes pins already attached to it are kind of nice, but these are a whole lot nicer because they're mobile. You can move them, and I really enjoy it. I do. So tonight I'm doing laundry. I'm getting tired. I'm trying not to quit on it, so I'm going to finish up that load and get it hung up here. So uh, yeah, one of these days I'm going to get hopefully one of my neighbors to take me in all my laundry that needs to be done. Because as you can imagine, you can only do a little bit at a time. This way it wears you out. And if I can just get it all to a laundromat, get it all done, it'd be a whole lot easier on me. So anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm doing laundry, and I'm sorely missing my. I'm telling y'all being ripped off if you don't know what a ring of washer is. You really are. And so that's what I'm doing tonight. I hope y'all having a blessed night. And well, thanks for stopping in. And you know, you might think you may say to yourself, "That's just too much work. I would never do that." I've had to do it several times over the course of my lifetime. And if the grid ever went down and a laundromat, uh, you know, wasn't an option, or having a washer and dryer in your house didn't work, you need an alternative. Yeah, you would. And if you want to clean clothes, you'd do it. Trust me, you would. So y'all have a blessed night. Thanks for stopping in. For your thumbs up, for your comments, large or small, I appreciate them all. Y'all have a blessed night. Bye bye.